Hello, I'm Diana in LA, and with me is my dear friend and fellow astrologer, Cary, in the UK, London to be exact. Welcome to our weekly reading where we explore all things astrological. We hope you're doing really well and staying safe out there. From our two different points of view in two different locations in the world, we bring to you a unique astrological perspective on what is happening right now across the globe. So here we go. Hi, everybody. This week, we're going to be looking at the first week of May. And thank goodness, the aspects are a little softer, a little bit more playful, a little bit more hopeful. Aren't they, Cary? What are you noticing?
I think it's very interesting what's happening. There's a wonderful grand trine between the Moon, Mars, and Venus. So on that particular day, it's going to feel very good for anybody who's born the 9th of Feb, 9th of June, 9th of October. You're going to really feel the benefits of this transit.
And the relief.
It's a very light transit. It's encompassing 3 of the 5 fastest planets. So it's a very fleeting one. So the Moon is making this wonderful grand trine. So for a lot of the air signs, it's going to feel a pretty good day. And if it's your birthday on that day, you are going to have a spectacular year, because when the sun comes back to the moment it's at the position when you were born, a chart gets made, and that indicates the year ahead. So anybody born on the 5th of May will experience the most wonderful year ahead.
Yes, that's really important to say. Solar returns, these are called, and they are based on the minute of your birth. And so you can build a whole new chart for the following year. So a lot of times when we're doing astrological readings for people, we're often doing a solar return based on their natal chart. And so this week, there's some, especially that Tuesday, there are these wonderful aspects happening. What I would say about it, because as you said, Cary, they're pretty fleeting, they are still going to give relief. The tension has been increasing recently, more and more, and finally there's like an exhale. And that's how I was looking at that aspect, is like, finally. And it happens to precede the full moon, that is the following day. So the full moon is this Thursday morning, at least in Los Angeles, and a little bit later in the day in the UK, for instance. But that little relief that we're getting will allow for a bigger experience for the full moon. The full moon amplifies everything, right? So we want to, around the full moon, really mind your thoughts and mind your awareness, mind what you're paying attention to, because it's going to set a tone for the whole month ahead. Right? And it's in water signs, fixed sign of Scorpio, Taurus. So this is called in the Tibetan tradition, the Wesak full moon. It's the most powerful full moon of the year. And so all of these energies are converging, and especially just that aspect that you were talking about, Cary, of that beautiful grand trine on Tuesday, I think will let us receive these full moon energies in a more positive way.
But there's something else happening as well in conjunction with it. You've got the Sun and Mercury, which are coming together, and as they're moving degree by degree every day, they're creating a trine with Jupiter and Pluto. So that's all about communication. So by the time the full moon comes along, that conjunction is going to start to be pretty powerful. So you will start seeing lots of countries releasing lockdown, different viewpoints on things, a very mercurial time. So we talked about the structures before. Now you're going to get policies, requirements.
And restructuring. Right? So the structures have to change, of course, but then restructuring is the next natural response to that. And we're going to get a little bit of relief on that, like some good ideas are going to come through, and maybe some inventions even for possibly a vaccine or something in regard to this COVID thing that's going around, that there's some relief to that too. That doesn't mean, though, that it's the final answer. There's much more to come on this, I do believe. But I think this week there's going to be some relief.
Anybody who is in Pisces and around about the 9th to 12th of March, Neptune's there at the moment. So it's a very creative time for you. On the full moon will be trining that Neptune. But that will signify a very powerful transit. So that as well as you've got that full moon opposition, you've got that trine to Neptune, which I'll use that word again, spectacular, because that is a spectacular transit for that to happen in the full moon. So people's ideals, people's dreams, the way people are feeling at the moment will be very profound at this particular time.
Yes, and a mystical time, right? Because Neptune rules the dream state and the mystery and the mystical. And here the moon is trining it, so we'll really feel it. So if you can meditate that day, it will be very powerful. That Thursday, we're meditating Wednesday here in Los Angeles. We're doing some live meditations here. But Wednesday, Thursday, that little chunk of time will be very powerful for you to experience a mystical state in your meditation in a way maybe you've never done before.
That's right. In addition to that, you've got the Sun conjunct Mercury, which makes it even better to meditate because it frees up your mind.
Right. And we can start to design our new realities and a new vision for the world, so that this experience that we're all going through collectively as a human consciousness is something that actually we gain from, right? And we create a better world for it. So we wish you a happy, harmonious week full of the mystery and the mystical and the connectedness and the all-connectedness as we all re-relate to our world and make a better one. See you next week.
See you next week, everybody. Have a lovely week.
We really do love and appreciate you all so very much for being part of this channel. And if you'd like to book an appointment or a private reading specific to you, you can either email Cary or I or both of us, and we'll get back to you. The information is below. So we hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and we will talk to you all again soon. Thank you.